This video is about a slideshow about human re-engineering from 2019. From Biotech, it is UK's leading human technology implant specialists. Yes, human implantable technology, microchipping people via injectables for medical data and identity solutions, etc. So they started off with a clinical trial of 2,739 volunteers from Pfizer employees. It was a 9-month trial in 2019. It was a success story. Only 3 people died through suicide, and the micro tags were location traceable with only 64 location cells in operation. The tiny chip, 28 nano, I think millimeters, they were fabricated and made into injectable vials. So this was the production order. There were about 100 tags per injectable vial. And in the trial, there were 18 female participants who gave birth during the trials. All resulting babies had at least 3 functioning microtags within their body tissues, and 68 female partners and 2 male partners of the participants were also found to have functioning microtags within their body tissues, mainly within the genital region because of the sexual contact. So this was about reproductive inheritance and propagation via physical contact. And whilst some cross-propagation had been anticipated, the success rate was far higher than forecasted. And then the microtag final locations in the body, so that's the average of percentages of the payload, for example, in the brain, heart, reproductive organs, respiratory tract, kidneys, liver, and elsewhere in the body. So if you count them up, there are about 80 tags per human being. So it was an intravenous delivery method. So 100 microtags were held in colloidal suspension within the vaccine or other injectable media. So the microtags must be held between minus 70 degrees Celsius when in storage, as they start to self-assemble if you put them at a human body temperature, because there is a blood-soluble polymer. And 2 hours after injection, the polymer encapsulation will soften and allow the tags to adhere to any tissue site, after which the thermoactivated curing will begin, so the self-assembly. The tissue bonding becomes irreversible after the mean cure time of 20 days. And to ensure that the polymer encapsulation does not coagulate in storage, it must be kept below the critical temperature of minus 70 degrees Celsius. A reminder, a temperature requirement for shipping and storage upon receipt of the vaccine, minus 90 degrees Celsius to minus 70 degrees Celsius. Then we have the power supply. So it's the tags, they have an energy harvesting rectenna with data retransmission. And you see that you have that VT symbol again, that means serpent. And they use the 5G network, so the power supply beam forming harvesting, so wireless from the cell towers. And the background, they see again how they do the input. They call it the downlink and the uplink for full data communication through the RFID tags. And the background, the brains of the tag. Okay. And then you got the overview, that is the project timeline. So the project started in 2016 between Pfizer and biotech. Then there was a final specification agreement in May 2017. And then the first prototypes delivered with custom silicon and provisional firmware in 2018. And then the clinical trials successfully completed in 2019 and deployment ready in 2020. So that was project 326, deployment readiness progress meeting, that was in October 2020. So then the overview, so the 5G uses 25 to 29 gigahertz. So they had to also approve for exclusive security and law enforcement use. So that was all done before the deployment in 2021.